Hey there, and welcome to episode 5 of Practice Your Positive Daily. Did you stick with me this whole week? Have you been here every day? Had a good week so far, our first week on the new podcast. Very happy you're here. And today's a vibe check. So a few episodes ago, I did a Power Your Positive, right? Talking about more movement. And so this is another theme that you're going to see on the podcast, which is a vibe check. Vibe check. So today's vibe check is about meeting your needs. So here we go. How are you? How are you doing? How do you feel in your mind, in your life, in your body? What do you need? Do you ask yourself those questions? I know I went through most of my life not really checking in on myself. I'm very good and very attentive to my loved ones, right? Like, what do you need? What can I do? Do you want to drink while I'm up? How are you feeling? You look a little funny. What's going on, right? Are you like that? Do you take the temperature of everyone else all the time, but somehow not put yourself on the list of people to check in with? We're going to talk about checking in with yourself. And here's another piece of the Practice Your Positive framework. When we view our mindset like we would view training for a sport or a hobby or just working out, when we exercise, we intuitively check in with ourselves. Right? I know I go to hot yoga in the evening and sometimes I'll sit at my computer, I'll do my work. I don't want to eat a big lunch or a big dinner because, geez, I'm going to go to hot yoga later and I'll get there and we'll do the first few poses up and down. And I'm like, whoa, I'm a little woozy. I should have drank more water. We check in with ourselves. I know last year I tore my MCL and for months after I recovered, it was like checking in. How does this feel? Does this feel good? Is this too much? Is this not enough? Can I handle this? Which are questions that I typically never asked myself in the past about how I was. Do I want to be doing this? How do I feel doing this? Am I happy? Am I meeting my needs? What are my needs? And so today, going into the weekend, because today's Friday, I'm asking you to check in with yourself. Okay. So this is like fitness for our feelings. Remember, this is the positivity gym. And so the challenge is ask yourself several times a day, what do I need? How am I and what do I need? And listen, earlier this week, I asked you, you know what level you're on, you know where you are, and you know where you want to go, and you are the only person that can get there. So be honest with yourself. And if you're a newbie, if you're maybe stuck in a negative mindset, maybe start very simply with checking in on your body. How does my body feel? Oh, I'm a little cold, I'm a little warm, I'm a little thirsty, and then meet that need, right? So there's twofold. Check in with how you are, identify a need, and then meet that need for yourself. And so if you're kind of on the newbie end of things, if you're maybe a little negative, maybe just start with your body. That's a little bit easier. If you're somewhere in the intermediate, you're a weekend warrior, an everyday athlete, I would suggest that you check in perhaps with your behaviors. Check in with the things that you're doing, right? I committed to doing this. How do I feel about doing this? Am I resentful? Am I happy? Do I feel overextended? And then what do I need? I need more help. I need a break. I need to sit down for 10 minutes after I run the groceries in because I'm tired. Check in with yourself, identify your need, and meet your need. And if you're at a pro level and you are a positivity power plant to begin with, then I would say check in with your feelings. These are a little more subtle, and so this is why it can maybe take us some more time to get there. But if you're there, check in with your feeling. How am I feeling? I'm feeling lonely. I'm feeling frustrated. I'm feeling thankful. And then what's the need, and meet your need. Okay, check in with yourself, identify your need, meet your own need. This will help us, again, make that mind-body connection, slow down, check in on ourselves in ways that are intuitive to us when we think about just our physical output, but somehow are not intuitive when we think about our mental continuum. And so get curious with how you are. Get curious with how your body feels. Get curious with the behaviors you're doing, the activities you're engaged in. Get curious about your feelings and then get comfortable checking in on yourself. Make it a practice to start checking in. How am I feeling? on the drive home, on the drive in, when you get up to use the bathroom for, on a long work stretch, whatever, find those little moments to check in on yourself like you would check in on a friend, like you would check in on yourself if you were doing a physical activity. So check in with yourself. And then this is a nice pair to yesterday's request for more movement. Right. And so we're just throwing out the anchor a little bit farther, right? So we're going to add a little bit of movement and we're going to start checking in with ourselves. So ask and meet your needs. Oh, brutal, right? Oh my gosh, you're eating the brutal strudel. Quiet self-reflection, feelings, accountability. Oh, this is terrible. Well, it's too late. No backsies. You heard it here. That's your assignment. I love you. I hope you accept it. I'm going to take it too. And I will see you next week. Congratulations on your first 5 days in the positivity gym. You're already getting swole on the good stuff. I already see it. I can feel your vibes. I love you. Bye.